Welcome to RCAM. I'm your host, Ryan. Yeah, we're good. We're good. All right. Jeez, I gotta clean my glasses. Anyway, welcome to RCAM. I'm your host, Ryan, and thank you for tuning in today. So today we got a pretty chill stream. I don't really have a whole lot planned, which is good sometimes, because sometimes you spend Hey, hi Arcan. Glad I can make it. Hey, to the point. Thank you for tuning in, man. I appreciate it. Wish you were coming to a better prepared stream. But this one was kind of a, fly by the seat of my pants stream. So we'll kind of be looking at things together. But thank you for popping in. I did have a couple stories I wanted to talk about, so we'll get into it. I want to talk about the ice raids because big fan of them, to be honest with you. I'm pretty happy with them. And normally on Fridays I do interviews. I like to have faith-based interviews with other believers. The person that I was trying to get to come on today just didn't get back to me. So it is what it is. So, but that's okay. We can talk about news tonight, and we can plan a faith-based interview for next week, which is fine. Actually, I think I got a really cool guest coming on next week, so hopefully all of that is copacetic. Man, I gotta move my daughter's iPad. My office, being a husband and a dad, ends up becoming like a catch-all because it's downstairs, so things just get dumped in here. But anyway, I hope you're having a good night, everybody. And so, yeah, today we'll be talking about the ice raids. We'll be talking about AI replacing Hollywood actors. It has its pros and cons, so we'll talk about that. I also want to cover just the soft on crime a little bit more, because I do think that's a growing issue. And I want to cover some of the woke cartoons that Libs of TikTok has been highlighting. Not that they're not new to me, but it is a problem. And I do still think we have a lot of work to do when it comes to fighting the woke forces of evil. we got a lot of work to do. So we are making strides, but definitely nowhere near the strides that we need to be able to make to stop this stuff. Because, like, really, I do want it to get to a phase where that it is fringe to have woke stuff in cartoons. Like, it is fringe to promote homosexuality to children, because it should be fringe. It should be. It's weird and perverted, like, naturally. Anyway, before I go off on that tangent, because that's a tangent I can go off on, and before I get banned on TikTok, we'll cover the ice raids, because I do think that needs to be talked about. So let's get into this, and let me just make sure I am paying close attention. What's up? Finally able to catch you live. Rest Truth Prod. Who is this? Who are you guys? Let me see. Why am I not following you? Or am I following you? Give me a second. Let me check out your channels real quick, because now I feel bad. Now I'm like, why aren't these names ringing a bell to me? Okay, well, I'm following you now. To the point. Thank you for the follow. Did I read you guys out the other night? I feel like I might have. I think I did. How did you find my channel? But I do appreciate you guys tuning in. So Mike, Leo, Vince, 219. Cool. Okay, so you covered a lot of the Charlie Kirk stuff. Okay, yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Now it's ringing a bell. Yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Okay, let's get, and you're Christians. I love me some Christians, man. They're my favorite. Let me see your Twitter handle real quick. What's your Twitter handle? Oh, okay. Okay. That makes sense. Cool. Okay. Got it. Got it. Well, thank you guys for coming in here. I appreciate it. Okay. Let's get into some news. And if you guys have any news, feel free to share with me. I'll cover it. Again, it's a chill night. I don't have an agenda. Yeah, dude, let's do it. And if you're Christians, by the way, if you want to come on my show and you have a testimony to share, open invite. Totally want Christians on here sharing the goodness of God. So that is my aim for my Friday night show. I want the Friday night show to be something that just inspires hope. Because as we will cover tonight, there's a lot of chaos in this world, a lot of madness in this world. This world is spinning out of control, and we could use a little bit of hope. And what better hope than to share what God has done in the lives of believers? So that is my aim. That is what I want to do. So you guys are definitely welcome to come on. I think I interacted with you as Resbot too. Okay. Okay, well, we're mutuals on Twitter. That's cool. And I would love to stay connected. So feel free to reach out to me in any capacity, because that is welcome. All right. So I saw this video earlier, and yeah, dude. Let's get you on, bro. We'll get you planned. And we'll have a really good conversation. So yeah, as it stands, I've been pretty good with guest lines. Hey, JP McClellan, man, what's going on? Yeah, we got to get you on, John, to share your testimony too. Look, I got like 3 right now. That's awesome. Yeah, 3 potential guests. So we'll just plan. I might have to do this like an additional day, because it's like, unless I want to book out until December, I have like guests lined up every week till the end of October right now. So yeah, it definitely keeps me busy. So maybe we'll have to line up some guests on like a Wednesday night. Is usually the night I'm not doing. It's more of a variety stream on Wednesday night, so that'd be cool. And I want to lean into this, man. I want to lean into the faith content, because it's really important to me, especially after the whole Charlie Kirk thing. It's just more prominent in my mind, more important, more significant than really anything that I do. It's the most significant thing happening in my life. It's the most important thing to me. The gospel is the most important thing to me. So if I can advance that in any way and give people a little tiny glimmer of hope, I want to do that. And I think some of you guys have incredible testimonies and incredible stories of what God has done in your life. And it's cool hearing from like real people that are alive today. Although, some of the testimonies of martyrs and our fathers of faith are profound too. So anyway, let's get into the story. So I saw this video making the round. Now, the one thing with videos like this is, oh, I forgot. I can chat as my channel. I would much rather do that. Sweet. Hello, been playing some trucking sims recently. Great way to pass the time. Lots of games on sale currently on Steam. Appreciate the recommendation, KMD. I gotta say, I don't want to play a trucking sim just because I don't want to realize how bad of a truck driver I would be. So one of those things is like, there are things I won't do in life, and driving a tractor trailer is not one of them. I know I would kill people. I would drive like I was an illegal alien. And I definitely don't want to do that. So I will never drive tractor trailers. And yeah. So I'm always up to talk about my faith. What's up about hearing? What about hearing from bots? Uh, yeah, I'll hear from bots. I guess. I mean, I'm hearing from some bots right now. Right now on Kick, they're saying, "Hey, would you like many viewers? Let's make you popular." They want to make me popular on Kick, except I don't want to. I don't want to pay. Yeah, I could make some good money, but I make good money during my day job, so that's pretty cool. I do make a pretty penny, so I'm pretty content there. All right, let's play this video. So this is from a ice riot happening in an ice facility, and so anytime you see a video like this and you're only seeing part of it, just always assume that we're missing context, okay? Whenever it's like, when you look at a video and you're like, I can't believe ICE would do that. It seems unprovoked. I guarantee you there was something leading up to this. All right, so what do we have? 30 seconds here. So we're definitely going to be missing context. I got a little bit of that context and we'll talk about it.
Who is talking to you? No. Hey, this is the line that they created. Oh, shit.
Ouch. That's Resbot has a life of its own. Oh, that's cool. Dang. I mean, you know, I do feel bad. You know, it's like you just got mace in the eyes, but at the same time, she's clearly provoking this guy. I mean, she's clearly, and we don't know what led up to that. You know, I imagine they've been told several times to depart or get away, and you know, they finally just had enough. But there is this video where she's harassing Savannah Hernandez, this same girl, the same exact girl is harassing Savannah Hernandez. So we'll play this video.
Ugly bitch. Okay, so these women are very upset because ICE is not coming to protect them after they've been screaming at ICE. And I was asking her, hey, like, why do you want ICE to come and help you if you hate them so much? And now she's insulting me and telling me that I'm fat.
Really should just stop eating sugar. You should really stop eating sugar.
For sure. You should probably get off of your SSRIs because you're kind of crazy, girl. Anyway, so we are currently in front of the Portland ICE facility. We got this woman over here screaming at ICE agents in Spanish. I wasn't sure what she was saying. You got this guy over here who's like straight up mentally ill. I don't know what's going on up there. We got the ICE agents up here. You have these women right here. They hate the ICE agents. They're so angry with them. But then as soon as somebody from the right wing comes and makes them mad, they immediately say, please help us. Please come arrest these people. And they're asking the police for help. It's insane.
Job, babe.
What's their job? What's their job?
Arresting people who are assaulting people on public property.
Like you guys?
Oh, who am I assaulting? Who am I assaulting? Who am I fucking assaulting? You see me touch anybody, bitch? You see me touch anybody, bitch? What are you got me assaulting people? I'm standing here and I can catch your breath. What is going on?
Well, you're wearing a mask, so that's probably your breath, actually, sweetheart.
Rude ass bitch. Oh my
They
god.
have been silencing journalists. They have been attacking ICE facility members out here, and they have been screaming at women just like myself. These people are so unhinged and ridiculous, and they have been doing everything in their power to foment chaos and lawlessness, and now they're here harassing me. Oh my god!
You know what this reminds me of? You know what this feels like? All right, like you ever have a sibling and they're like, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. And they're like getting in your face and you're patient with them. You're patient with them. They just keep harassing you. And then suddenly they get hit in the face. Like that's what this is like. Like they are provoking these people to anger. That's what they're trying to do. KMD says pepper spray is extremely painful. They say it's miserable, can't breathe, burns, throat, nose, obviously eyes. You cough, gag, vomit just a while. Do not get pepper. Yeah, I would not want to get pepper sprayed either. No desire to do that. I also, though, wouldn't be antagonizing ICE officers. You know, I wouldn't be getting in their face. I wouldn't be cursing them out. I wouldn't be doing any of that. You know, because I'm a firm believer in F around and find out. And I'm not gonna F around, all right? I'm gonna be a law-abiding citizen. Thanks, Resbot. I appreciate that. Didn't realize I was, well, now you are, bros. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. So that's awesome. Thank you. Thank you for the support. Wow, chat is like really, really acting up.
Good Lord! Welcome to Portland, Oregon. Shame on all of you.
Shame on you for
These are the
touching
people
kids.
that are out here
That's
basically
crazy.
calling for violence against half the nation, stating that people like myself deserve to
fuck
die.
are you?
So there you guys go. Who are you? Why are you wearing a helmet in the middle of the damn night, wreaking havoc on the street? You look
Why are they
ridiculous.
wearing a helmet and ballistic?
Resbot has been pepper sprayed before. Would not recommend. Oh yeah, I have not been pepper sprayed, and I gotta say I don't want to know what it's like. I have no desire, zero desire. All right. Once I got jalapeno pepper in my eye because I touched jalapeno peppers and I wiped my eye, and that was too much for me. That was too much. All right. I was like, I did not like it. It was not a pleasant experience. So I can't imagine just getting pepper sprayed full blast in my eyeballs. Not ideal. Does not sound like a fun time. Okay. All right. So we see the first video. She gets sprayed in the eyes. Sucks for her. We see the second video now of before. So obviously she's harassing people. She's getting in people's faces, cursing at them, acting big and tough, and then, well, that changes real quick once you get pepper sprayed in the eye. So this is that same girl.
We have some safety.
I can't breathe!
Medic! Take small breath.
I can't actually breathe! I can't get air into my lungs!
Medic! Get her bird! They're working on it. Medic! Where's the news? The news
I can't get air! I can't get air!
I told you. Back in pieces.
I can't get air! I can't get air!
Resbot has been pepper sprayed before. Would not recommend. Resbot has also been tased backwards. Dang, man, you've been through it all. How did you get tased, bro? What were you doing? I've heard stories. People say it's one of the worst pains they've ever felt. Even cops say they'd rather be tased. Yeah, I cannot imagine. I do recall a friend sharing a story about how he hated being pepper sprayed. It was like the worst thing. He had to go through the police academy. I would not want that to happen to me. I'm going to turn that down just a second. You guys can hear that, right? Hold on a second. Let me make sure. Okay. Yeah.
I can't breathe! Help, please! I can't breathe! You bitch! I can't breathe!
I do feel bad, but I do just want to say, like, these are the consequences of your own actions. I really hate. I don't like that they're experiencing this. Personally, I would prefer they not to, but also you kind of just you swatted the hornet's nest, okay? That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. ICE officers, they had facilities attacked recently. You know, there are people actively calling for them to be murdered. Just is what it is. but I enjoyed her experience. Dudes being dudes, all friends just testing out how bad it was. Okay, I kind of get that. All right, so fun story. I'm such an idiot, man. When I was a teenager, we had like these zap collars for our dogs. They had like we had an electric fence for the dogs, so if they went beyond, they would get zapped. So I decided I'm gonna strap this thing to my leg and I'm gonna run past and see how far I get. So I start running, I get past. I'm like, yo, guys, I'm good. It didn't even go off. I'm good. And then suddenly I just feel like a searing pain in my calf, and it feels like 1,000 bees are like zapping me at one time. And I'm like, I fall to the floor and I'm like finagling trying to get it off. And I finally get off, and it was not fun. The pain only gets worse over time. You can't really stop it except by time, air, maybe some soap and water if you're lucky. Yeah, she's probably gonna have to go to the hospital. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I think she did end up going to the hospital. Yeah. Well, sucks for them. Don't screw around with ice agents and you won't get bad. Oh, I saw this video, and so before I play this video, I just, in your mind, if you haven't seen it yet, I just want you to, in your mind, imagine what an Antifa headquarters looks like. All right, do you have it? Can you picture it in your mind? Okay. Now, once I play this video, I want you to tell me if it matches what you see in your mind.
Lights out of our fucking face now. Fuck off.
Wow. Never seen Cosplay House like this before. Yeah.
I can smell it. I don't know how, but I can smell it.
Gym downstairs.
They got the protect trans kid sign just like I thought.
Oh, I didn't come this side. The gym's the other way. Wrong way, that. Round the other way. That's the way out, isn't it? Cheers.
Surprisingly, doesn't look as bad a dumpster. Resbot doesn't have a nose and he can smell.
Yeah, this is where we came in. That's where I sneaked in, and went upstairs, there's the downstairs there. But look at that fireplace. That's mint, that fireplace, massive. Down them stairs. We'll go down there in a minute.
It's like they have every leftist slogan in the world spray painted.
The way in.
Protect trans kids. Free Palestine. Your racism is bad. You know, LGBTQ plus everything. So dumb.
Shut it up and all that, so no one can get in. Regs.
This has to be like their Antifa UK headquarters. Palestinian flag.
They blocked it off so we can't get down.
Anarchy symbol.
I don't know, keep going.
And it's also just full of some of the most unimpressive people known to man.
There's a place there. What's behind that?
Bring back the guillotine. but rest assured, guys, these are non-violent people. When you know, they call us fascist, you know, it's really a term of endearment. Forget the you know, guillotine. Bring back the guillotine message.
Here's
Well,
part
that's a
of it.
cool looking room. All right, at least they got one. They got their gym. Only no one can use it because none of them can lift more than 10 pounds.
Very proud.
Why is like a prerequisite to being like part of anti? Like, I feel like it's a requirement. Like, you're not ugly enough. You need to make yourself uglier to be a part of anti. You need to intentionally make yourself look as ridiculous as possible to become a part of Antifa. That's what you need to do. Not only was it an anarchy symbol, but it also spelled out IRA. I am painfully uninformed. What does IRA mean?
The gym's in there. Yeah.
Trans power.
Where did I come from? Yeah, here we are.
So basically, an Antifa headquarters is a crack den. That's basically what it is.
I think these are toilets, aren't they? So we're not going in there filming. Right. So yeah, let's have a look at what we can see around the gym. There's not much in there left. Yeah, what's in there then?
Give trans girls guns. Oh, guns are banned in the UK, aren't they? You can't get guns in the UK.
Have a toilet. Yeah, it.
All right, this is boring. Anyway, it is as unimpressive as I imagined, and it looks like a crack den. It looks like a crack den. It looks like it has cracked out people in it. And this, you know, when I see things like this, it does make me feel optimistic, okay? Because these are our, you know, our political enemies. These people. The most unimpressive people known to man. Yeah, it does look like a cult to me. The Irish Republican Army is an umbrella term for a series of Irish Republican paramilitary organizations that fought to end British rule in Northern Ireland and unify Ireland. Ah, interesting. Yeah. So when you see people like this, you know, I'm just not impressed at all. like if we ever did get to a point where there was civil war, I like our chances, guys. I'm just gonna be upfront with you. I like our chances. I I think we would be just fine. Just fine. Absolutely 100% fine. So that is good news. So very good. Very, very good. Give me one tick. But man, these people, man, just look ridiculous. Ridiculous. And again, if you guys have any news or anything like that that you want to share, feel free to ping it in the chat and I will cover it. If you have anything specific that you want me to cover, I will do my very best to give fair coverage. Okay, hold on a second here. I gotta make sure some things are set here real quick. Anyway. It is Okay. All right, let's get back to it. All right, let's see, what are we going to cover next? Oh, there was one video, but before we do the video, I'm going to stop and do an ad real quick. If I can. I don't know if it's letting me do one. Should let me do one. Hold on a second. Resbot does not fear the libtardist. That's good, man. All right, we are going to stop and do a real quick ad because I paid for this last month. I'm not going to make the mistake again. If you haven't already, make sure you download the Rumble app. It's free and simple to use and the best way to stay connected to the content you want. Once you've got it, search for my channel, RCAM, and hit follow. That's hit follow. That way you'll get a notification every time we go live. No missed shows and no extra steps. You can grab it right now using the link in the description or the pinned live chat. Download it to your phone and you are ready to go. And if you prefer watching it on the big screen, Rumble is available on all major streaming devices and smart TVs. Just search for Rumble, follow the channel, and be part of the action. And I'm a big fan of Rumble. Rumble is awesome. So definitely support Rumble, support what we're doing here. They are the alternative media and they're doing some pretty great things. Even last month, so I had missed an ad read. My fault. I didn't have it the right dimensions or whatever. And I didn't hit my quota. I didn't hit my ad metrics, which I have to do like 5 for the month, which isn't that bad. Anyway, I missed the ad metrics and I'm getting my payout anyway. So pretty cool. And that's because they were having trouble with their streaming. People, I guess, had issues streaming to the platform last month. So I think they fixed that. So that's good news. All right. Let's keep covering it. So there was a video I saw making the rounds earlier. And this is just another incident of F around and find out. And this person is going to find out. So let's watch this.
It's still getting in my space and touching me when I don't want you to touch me, so I'm going to defend myself. Now get the fuck out of my way. Hey, touch me, faggot. I thought you guys were tolerant of gays. Whoa. Mira. I can't play. Vamos, caballo, mira. Mira, play. Whoa. Mira. What's up? Whoa. What's up? Motherfucker, you done? Yeah, that was good. Nah, fuck you, get away from me, bro.
I think you should come get your room time because he just roasted somebody.
That was good. Come on, just get out, bro. Yeah. Somebody have my glasses? Bro.
Faggot ass. Bring it.
Put him down again, man. Come at me again, bro. I'm gonna do it again. Put him down again. Come at me again, bro.
Hit that nigga.
I'm gonna do it again, bro. Put him down again for good.
He found out, man. He found out, yo. And this is one of those things where it's like, we're at this point where it's like, yeah, if you try to touch us or hit us, honestly, if you're conservative, you absolutely should be fighting back. Steven Crowder started doing the Change My Mind segments again, and he basically is promoting something like that he's calling lawful violence, and he's not putting himself in a situation where leftists can show up to his events and try to assault him and his people without them fearing repercussions. So, they will use and exercise their right to defend themselves. And I think we should absolutely do that. Someone puts their hands on you, you defend yourself. And then we utilize the legal system to prosecute these people. And unfortunately, though, sometimes that system fails us. And I'm going to play for you. This story is really sad. So I do want to play for you this story because it should, for this sane person, for the the person that has a soul and a heart, this will bother you and it'll make you just disappointed in our legal system overall. And it's a severe miscarriage of justice. So let's play this video.
He stood up with me on top of him, just stood up and threw me 10, 15 feet across the room and went after her.
Dean Tipton says December 7th, 2015 is a night that changed his life. He says his children woke him up. He then found a man attacking his children.
And when I got to the top of the stairs, he attacked me. He come at me with the knife.
The night took a tragic turn with the loss of a life, his 6-year-old son, Logan. Dean says immediately after Logan's death, he lost his will to live.
I laid in bed. I gave up. I gave up on life. I gave up on my family. I gave up on everybody. I just wanted to die.
In the years since, the family has done their best to cope, but mentions they are mentally and emotionally scarred. And they are hurt that Ronald Exantis will no longer be behind bars.
Everybody deserves a fighting chance to have justice for them, and it's not.
I've had my talks with God, because I'm not afraid to tell you all. I told the court, if I ever cross paths with him, I will kill the man. I will kill him where he stands.
And you can't blame the guy. He murdered his son, you know? Jesus, man. Yeah, so he was originally sentenced. He was sentenced for 20 years in 2018 after being found not guilty by reason of insanity for the murder and guilty but mentally ill on the assault charges. And he's free. Makes me feel like moving to the Colorado mountains, beautiful area, safer, clean air, really considering it and becoming a cop up there. Oh, you guys can't hear me? Oh, man, sorry, TikTok. I've been muted for dumb long then. Whoops. Anyway, the video I just played, I mean, you probably heard that. Really sad. Really, really sad and heartbreaking. So, yeah, I just feel for that father because this is a gross miscarriage of justice. This guy only got... he got released, and they have to live with the fact that this man, the man who murdered their son, is roaming free. It just makes me sick to my stomach. It shouldn't be that way. And this is how ultimately you get vigilantism, when you let monsters like this roam free. This is how you get vigilantes, because if they can't trust the justice system to work the way that it should work, and this monster he shouldn't be behind bars, in my opinion. He should have paid the ultimate price and should have been sentenced to death for murdering a child and attempting to murder the rest of this man's family. And I get the man. You can't... My volume's low on TikTok. Can you hear me? Let me increase my input. All right, that should be a little better. Hopefully that's good. If not, let me know and I'll adjust. But yeah, it makes me sick, man. It makes me sick to my stomach. I don't like it. And if they don't start actually enforcing the law and they don't start holding these criminals accountable, we will get vigilantism. Like, that will happen. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. We will get vigilantes that seek to harm these people that evade justice. It just is facts. It's just, that's what's going to happen. And which is why I am so pleased to see the Trump administration coming down hard on crime, as they should. So I'm grateful for that, and we will see what happens. Hold on a second. Okay, I should be good on TikTok. We'll see. If you still can't hear me, let me know, but I think we should be good. So anyway, we need to restore justice. This scumbag obviously needs to go back to prison. Or if the father does find him and takes justice into his own hands, he should be pardoned, because what this man did was horrific. Okay, another story that I want to talk about, and this is actually kind of Rumble related. I don't really like talking about, personal drama happening between creators, but this demands my attention, okay? So there is a guy on, or who was on Rumble, who is known as Madhouse Retro. All right. It's very popular, in the Rumble circles. He would frequently do collaboration streams. He would interact with Mally Mouse and Miss Ma'am and Midnight in the Mountains and a lot of the people that I'm very familiar with. He'd hop in other streamers, and I've seen his name in pretty much every stream I've joined. He's made the rounds, and he's kind of inserted himself into this network of streamers. Well, it has been discovered that this man, Madhouse Retro, this is the guy, is a PDF file. Yep. I did not really interact with him that much because I don't like interacting with people that promote drug use, and I'm pretty confident that his page when it was up was, featuring marijuana, pot leaves, and stuff like that. So that was like a red flag for me. Like, oh yeah, I'm not interacting with this guy. I don't support people that do that. That's where I draw a line. I don't support people that are doing drugs. I don't support people that are like drinking on stream. Not to say that I'm opposed to that, but there's just, I have a value system, and that's not part of it. But this guy is, a PDF file, and he was interacting with many streamers who have children. Yeah. And I suspect that he was trying to gain their trust. And that should make, the average person feel wildly uncomfortable. So a Neskop Peckman is facing child charges after authorities said they found him in possession of more than 24 images of young children engaged in illegal acts. Timothy Alexander Madara, 26, was arrested after agents with Pennsylvania Attorney General's office raided his apartment, 432 W 3rd Street, on Tuesday morning. According to the complaint, special agents received a tip in October from National Center for Missing and Exploited Children that someone had uploaded 21 images of child inappropriate content to Dropbox files hosting services. Investigators said a review of the files revealed at least 15 contain images of God, it makes me furious. It's so disgusting to me. And it's so disgusting to me that I saw this man interacting with other streamers, interacting with streamers who have their kids in streams, and embedding himself into this community, going unnoticed, and trying to get his tentacles in. Agents traced the IP address to use to upload the files to Madara's apartment, police said. During a search on Tuesday morning, Madara covered his face and began crying and asked if he viewed child material, saying he did not want to be that person. Oh, you didn't want to be that? Well, you are that person because you're a scumbag. Madara told investigators he often searched online for that content, but that he had not viewed the child material for several years. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Investigators charged Madara with 30 counts of possessing child material and 1 count of criminal use of communication facilities. Magisterial Judge Matthew C. Christopher arraigned Madara on the charges Tuesday afternoon, set bail for $100,000. Madara was being held at Luzerne County Correctional Facility with a preliminary hearing set for August 24. So this is 2021. So obviously he got out and he embedded himself in the Rumble community, and he said nothing. He didn't bring this up. He didn't disclose it. He said nothing and started lurking and preying on the goodwill of other Rumble creators. It's sick. It's sick. And I guess he said something that made somebody feel uncomfortable, and they started doing a little bit of digging and found out that this guy is a certifiable creep, a dirtbag, a scumbag on a extreme level. So he ended up getting caught and found out, and immediately he pretty much deleted all of his accounts and I guess has gone MIA. Now, there are some lessons in this, okay? So one, don't assume that every person that you interact with has your best interest in mind. And don't be so trusting. I'm not saying don't trust anybody at all, but I'm saying with your kids, nah, do not trust people with your kids. Do not trust strangers online with your children. Me and my wife, a few years ago, made the decision that we will no longer post content of our children online. We made this decision after discovering that someone made an alternate profile using my wife's face and was masquerading as her. We decided, okay, we need to, we can't do this anymore. We're not going to post photos of our kids online just because they saw what they did with her picture, and we thought, yeah, we can't expose our kids to this. So we deleted every photo of our children off the internet, so their faces could not be identifiable. And we did this for a couple of reasons. One is that the internet is full of degenerate, perverted weirdos, or people that will exploit your child's image for other reasons, like making them into memes. I don't want my child made into a meme. Don't want that to happen. I also don't want predators having access to my child's photographs. I don't want them to have any information on my children whatsoever. So we made the decision to keep our children offline. And I encourage you, if you are in this online space, look, I get you want to share. I get the temptation to want to share your children with the world because they're amazing. They're amazing. Kids are amazing. My little girl is amazing. Sometimes she wants to pop on streaming camera, and she's so joyful and so wonderful that I would love for the world to see her. But also, there are bad actors in the world, and I love her too much to let her get that negative exposure or make that decision for her. So when she's old enough to make the conscious decision to put her face out there, that'll be on her. But I'm not going to do that for her. All right. And I'm not going to make it easy for these degenerate creeps to get images of my daughter. I'm just not. Also, social media, just in general for children, it's bad for them. It's not good for them. There's no reason for them to be on it. And I'm not just talking like social media apps. I'm talking like there are certain video games where your kid shouldn't be playing on them. Because there are predators, Roblox just had that big scandal where there was, their community was loaded with predators. Look, we have a responsibility as parents to protect our children to the point says, nope, never trust anyone. Yeah, never trust anyone, especially online. All right. and with your kids, all right? If you want to, you know, put yourself out there, that's on you, but your children, like you are entrusted to protect your children. You are responsible for their well-being and their safety. Keep them off the internet. I'm telling you, the pros do not outweigh the cons. The worst that can happen is your kid feels left out. Not the end of the world. But if they are online, well, that's like Pandora's box. You know, someone, my wife was telling me about this post she saw where this guy walked into a room with this kid, and he was like, "Oh no, don't worry about that guy trying to sell you products. Don't mind him. Oh, and that woman half naked, don't mind her either. Oh, and that creepy guy in the corner, just don't pay attention to him either. You know, oh, that person promoting drug use, yeah, ignore them too. Oh, and that person over there, ignore them. And you have all these bad actors in this one room. And it's like, that's what your kid is being exposed to when they go on the internet. So it is one of those things that you cannot gamble with. All right? You cannot gamble with your kid's safety. So, you know, unless you have like your child safety permissions, I mean locked down, and I mean locked down, lock and key, you should not have your kids online. You really shouldn't. Unless you know every single person. And by the way, your kid should not have any privacy. Like they don't get privacy, all right? Because they're not mature enough to make good decisions. That's why they need us as parents, the parent, to guide them and direct them and lead them. Because often they don't know better. All red flags, nah, just ignore it. Yeah, that's basically what people do. And it's just not a chance that I'm willing to take with my children. You know, and also there's something really beautiful and really intimate about just keeping photos of your kids in those personal moments to people you know in real life. You know, like we used to live in an age where the only time somebody saw photos of our kids was when they came over the house and we pulled out the photo album. Or, you know, we showed them, you know, we pulled out our wallet, flipped it open, and showed them pictures of kids in our wallet. But when the moment you post a photo of your kid online, well, now the whole internet has access. Is that really a good idea? To give the whole world access to your kid? I had no privacy as a kid, and I'm still thankful for that. Yeah, good, man. Yeah. I mean, I had a lot of privacy. Actually, yeah, I had too much privacy because, you know, my parents weren't as diligent. They were growing up in a world where they didn't even understand the internet yet. You know, my generation was like the pioneers of the internet. You know, so like I got exposed to dark stuff when I was like 8 years old. You know, going into AOL chat rooms and good Lord, like there was some degenerate stuff I was exposed to at 8 years old. I think about that now. My daughter is going to be 7 years old. So I was a year older than her, and I was getting basically exposed to sex chats at 8. 8. It's insane. Like the idea that my daughter would be exposed to that horrifies me. And she shouldn't. It's not normal. If anyone says, oh, that's just normal, that's just the way things... No, it's not normal. It's not. In any other context, it's inappropriate, it's weird. So why do we allow it on the internet? Why are we okay with it on the internet? We shouldn't be. And that needs to change. That needs to change. So my advice, if you have photos of your kids online, I would encourage you to take them down. If you want your kids to be on stream, I would encourage you to not do that. And if you do that, take safety precautions. Cover their face. Do a face filter. Put on a mask. Something to protect their identity. I did come across the BME Pain Olympics in high school. BME. You're going to have to elaborate, friend. Oh, I will not look it up then. I'm good. I'm good. So yeah. So just guard your kids, keep them safe, and be diligent. You know, if there are red flags with an individual, do not ignore them. And I'm glad the person that outed this guy, you know, had the wherewithal to identify that something was amiss, that something was wrong. And she exposed him. I think that's good. I think that's very good. So I might have to hop off in just a couple minutes just to get my wife. So yeah, that was disturbing. Anyway, let's see. Next story. We'll cover this briefly. So get a load of this actress. Okay, so we have this actress, and she's not real. She's not real. She doesn't exist. She is an AI creation. Ignorance is bliss, my friend. There are just some things that I've looked up that I'm like, I really wish I did not look that up. I have regrets. So I think I will enjoy this bliss. All right. So Gersh president vows not to sign Tilly Norwood amid claims the AI actress will soon have representation. We're not going to be that agency. So this is an AI actress, and she is going to replace Hollywood actors and actresses and a ton of other AI actors and actresses. So nothing you see will be real anymore. They'll all be AI. Everything is going to be fake and gay. So prepare yourself, because that is coming. 4 months, Elaine van der Velden, founder of AI production studio Particle 6, had been taking meetings around town and introducing her ingenuine Tilly Norwood. She made no secret of her hopes for the 20-something looking brunette. We want Tilly to be the next Scarlett Johansson or Natalie Portman, van der Velden told Broadcast International in July. Resbot isn't real either. That's okay, man. I appreciate you, though. I appreciate you, Resbot. But the full-blown panic over Particle 6 first creation didn't hit until this past weekend when van der Velden talked about Norwood and her screen debut in a comedy sketch called AI Commissioner during a... I want to see if I can watch this. All right, let's watch this.
Warm, weird, very BBC Two.
Commissioner said no. AI generated 100 better ideas in minutes, perfectly aligned to channel data, viewing figures, and optimized for the audience. The winning AI format?
I know what you streamed last summer.
An interactive thriller built from your streaming history and delivery orders.
What? And who could forget the mental health format?
Britain's Got Breakdown. Audience votes on who gets therapy.
These are all AI, I'm assuming.
I remember saying, you do realise this is for BBC Two? It tested ridiculously well, particularly among men who shop at Screwfix and women obsessed with gut health.
All made for less than the catering budget on The Bear.
It cast and budgeted itself. Only bit it struggled with was consent in romantic scenes. We just ignored that.
It wrote the whole script. Claude 3, Gemini, GPT. We called it a writer's room. It even did its own Silver Mouse paperwork and immediately got Albert certified.
What's Silver Mouse?
Just an elaborate BBC hazing ritual. Who did it cast?
Tilly Norwood, 100% AI generated.
By some company called Particle 6.
She'll do anything I say. I'm already in love. Girl next door vibes.
Like if a Sunday roast went to drama school and got BAFTA optimized.
But can she cry on Graham Norton?
Of course she can. And it'll be clipped, subtitled, and monetized on TikTok by lunchtime.
We're all going to hell.
Got recommissioned, didn't it? 3 seasons and a podcast.
By an AI commissioner. Much faster.
But hey, at least it wasn't a reboot.
Dystopian. Real dystopian.
How about an SUV?
All right. Yeah, I don't like it. That's definitely one of my regrets. I could have went my whole life without ever seeing that and been completely fine. The eyes are a giveaway that it's AI. No soul behind those eyes. Yeah, and that's what we're ultimately going to be lacking is soul. And I don't think I think that's not good. But you want to know what does have soul? Do you want to know what gives you that extra glint in your eyes? I'll tell you what. 1775 coffee. Still haven't tried 1775 coffee? Now's your shot. The 1775 kit just dropped only 1,000 units. You're getting the bold, dark roast that hits hard, the smooth, medium roast, and the Vitality Mushroom coffee for clean energy and laser focus, and no crash. All single origin, small batch, toxin free, and mold free. Plus, you're also getting a gold spoon clip because freedom isn't scooped with plastic. A frother strong enough to stir up your coffee and your mother-in-law's opinions. And a black 1775 tumbler. $175 worth of coffee and gear. Yours for $99. Yeah, that's $99. This is for the ones who have been watching 1775 blow up on Rumble, wondering if it's actually worth it. Spoiler, it is. Go to 1775coffee.com/studio and grab your starter kit before they're gone. Bold beans, clean fuel, and a morning routine that stands for something just like Rumble does. And I can 10 out of 10 recommend 1775 coffee because, believe it or not, I have drank 1775 coffee. And it is quite good. So get yourself some 1775 coffee. And yeah, wow, wait. Can I just roll right into another ad? I'm tempted, but I will spare you guys a little bit. Let me just see if my wife is outside, because okay, she is outside. She's been outside for like 5 minutes. Give me a minute. All right, I'm back. All right, let's continue. Where were we? So, okay, yeah, so AI. So I am concerned with the direction that they're going with AI. I don't like this that everything is fake and that, you have these AI influencers. You know what Meta tried to get me to do? So I'm part of, I guess, like Instagram's creator program, and Meta wanted me to create like an AI version of me to like be like a chatbot. I'm like, Ew, I'm not doing that. Like, no, I'm not a chatbot. I'm a Ryan. I'm a real person. I don't want to be a chatbot. So that was weird. That was really weird. I didn't like that. But everything's AI. Everything's fake. Hollywood, the unfortunate thing though is that Hollywood sucks so bad that sometimes I wonder if AI would be a viable replacement for some of these people in Hollywood. You know, and I don't feel bad because they suck so much. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens, but I do think it's not it's going to be a net negative, and hopefully though I do think they are soulless enough that it's not going to stick. Resbot is not AI. Good. I'm glad, Res. If you were though, I will make an exception for you. If you are an AI bot, you get an exception. Oh, and for those of you watching on Twitter, just FYI, I am monitoring my chat now, so feel free to comment or share or anything if you're watching on Twitter. I have not been doing that, but because Cly does what I'm literally only watching the chat for Cly. So, promise made, promise kept. All right. So, let's see. Anyway, I do think AI is going to be a problem for the film industry, and not just them making AI movie characters, but also just everything being AI. Like, I already don't like the use of CGI and everything because it feels very inauthentic. One of the things I talk to my buddy about often is how modern CGI doesn't actually look as good. Like, if I watched Jurassic World and compared it to Jurassic Park, forget the quality of the film, like the quality of the storytelling, because obviously Jurassic Park has better storytelling, but they also have, it's like, it also visually looks better because they were using these animatronics that look real. They looked real. It didn't look like a puppet. It didn't look fake. It looked real. More real than the CGI versions of dinosaurs they create. So, now we have all these people that are looking fake and too perfect. All right. They look too perfect. They don't have those subtle nuances that human beings have. Have you ever seen that there are pastors using AI to write sermons? Yes, I have seen that, and it's detestable. I don't mind pastors using it like for like a tool to pull information, like, hey, pull me these scriptures. That's fine. That's like really no different than Googling, certain scriptures. I'm fine with that. But when you're using it to write your whole sermon, that's weird. All right, that's what? Why did? So TikTok just disconnected me. Whatever. I don't care. Goodbye, TikTok. That's good because I can't be on TikTok to say what I'm about to say anyway. So it disconnected just in time. Go back to special effects. You ever watch RoboCop? A little graphic, looked real, but great movie. Yeah, I remember And now it's been a hot minute since I watched RoboCop, but it was really good. Really good. So yeah, no, the special effects were amazing, and it's like it's just gotten worse, and CGI has even gotten worse. I don't know if you guys had saw like clips from Disney's She-Hulk series, and she just looks so bad that I'm like, I cannot believe this is a Disney production. But like the quality was just so bad, and it's just off-putting. It's not immersive. It takes you out of the actual story. So I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a big fan of everything being AI and all that stuff. I don't like it. I don't like that AI is replacing everything. It's going to be a problem. And basically, though, I do feel like we're at this point where we've opened Pandora's box, and it's open now. So we can't put the genie back in the bottle. So I don't really know what to do other than to just to watch how this unfolds and to keep my eyes fixed on Jesus, because faith will keep my head above water and will keep me on the path that I'm supposed to go and keep me safe from the destructive algorithm of AI. So that's what I'm going to do. It's not that CGI or things are getting worse. It's just that companies, workers are not trying as hard anymore. Older movies with less technology, they were forced to make it look good. Yeah, that's true. I can agree with that. Quality is bad because everything is mass produced. Yeah, mass produced, and they don't care about making content that is appealing to their audience. They just want to make money, a quick buck, and they don't care if they have to use AI slop to make that happen. So I am very curious to see how this disrupts the film industry, because it does look like at least the writers guilds are rejecting these AI actors and actresses. So we'll see. I do think all background actors will be AI. Maybe not their lead actors, but background actors will be AI, and nobody will be able to tell. I think that is definitely happening. But they will still need to have somebody interact. And actually, no, they won't. You know what they're going to do? They're going to have just holographic images of their AI creations. That's what they're going to have instead of real people. That's going to be what they ultimately do. And I think that is a huge mistake. All right, moving on. Let's see. Next story, because, you're not mad enough. You're not mad enough. For the first time, 3 men in a polyamorous relationship have been allowed to adopt. The throuple picked a 3-year-old girl from Quebec's Child Protection Services, marking the province's first such case for an all-male throuple. The adoption was finalized following a rigorous home study and court approval, with 2 men listed as legal parents and the third pursuing full recognition under Quebec's updated family laws in 2021 ruling.
For the last 7 years, Jonathan Bédard, Eric Leblanc, and Justin Maheu have been waiting to become parents together, something that officially happened yesterday.
She's perfect, of course. Like any, she's curious, she's energetic, she loves to play, she loves to jump, she loves to dance.
You know what I don't get about gay men, right? This is one thing that has never made, and lesbian women. Why is there always in a relation, like, all right, if you're a chick and you're attracted to other chicks, why are you always attracted to a chick that acts like a dude? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Or why are you attracted to a dude that acts like a dude or a girl? Like, just be with a woman. I don't get it. It baffles my mind. So you just have these gay men that act super effeminate, and it doesn't make any sense to me. I don't get it. So anyway, that's weird.
They adopted their 3-year-old through Quebec's Youth Protection Services, but first had to be approved as foster parents, something that required a lot of work and openness, they say, to their relationship.
We had a lot of things to go through in order to be able to have that accreditation, and it's through that process that they learned that we are a little different because we're 3, but we're not different from any other family.
Some other Canadian provinces, including Ontario and British Columbia, legally recognize more than 2 parents. Quebec does not. Last April, a Quebec Superior Court judge ruled the government has a year to modify the civil code to allow a child to have more than 2 recognized parents.
Hey, Resba, I appreciate it, man. I hope you tune in. I go live every Tuesday through Saturday at 9 p.m., man. And I appreciate you popping in. And I hope you have a good night, man. Thank you for chatting and hanging with me tonight.
The current situation is unconstitutional and violates the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms since it discriminates against different family models. Quebec is appealing the decision. The Justice Ministry declined our request for an interview, saying they won't comment since the matter is in court.
We think that either way it might go all the way to the Supreme Court, but we're saddened from the fact that we're not backed by our own government, which is supposed to be an open government that wants to help every single family.
While the law doesn't recognize all three as parents, they say they're sharing the responsibilities equally and doing whatever they can to create a stable home and secure future for their daughter.
We talk about what come up if we split up or if someone dies and stuff like that. We do anticipate those things because we have to, because we're not protected if it doesn't.
And after what it has taken to get here, they're enjoying this moment.
We are lucky to be three to give her all that support, but I think we're the lucky ones to have her in our life.
Denise Roberts, CTV News.
Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
I'm going to take 2 more bites.
Okay.
I want to overeat.
My wife brought me some falafel.
It's actually like a falafel sandwich.
Sweet. Yeah, I'll have a falafel sandwich. KMD writes because... Oh, don't...
Sorry.
Got on my thing. Got on my keyboard.
How much was on there?
Sweet. KMD writes because our deep desire still traces back to God's design. Yeah, and we should be following God's design for family and marriage, because when you deviate from God's plan, when you deviate from his standard, this is what we get. We get this. The second we start to accept alternative definitions of marriage, alternative families, well, you just opened Pandora's box. You just opened the door for all kinds of depravity. So now this little girl is going to be raised by 3 men. Oh, and I'm supposed to just trust that these are all stand-up guys. God, I pray for that little girl, because I just cannot imagine the dysfunction she is going to be exposed to. Like, I cannot imagine what it's going to be like for her growing up. How do you explain that to your friends? Oh, I have 3 daddies. It's sick, man. It is sick. But leftists paved the way for this to happen. And those conservatives, too, that are soft on gay marriage, well, thank you guys. Because you pathetic cowards helped get us here, too. I'm pissed. I despise leftism. I really do. But that's who they are. What makes me even more mad is conservatives who pretend to be conservative, who support progressive bullcrap like this. Makes me sick to my stomach. You know, because you still have conservatives that are soft on, don't want to, speak negatively about gay quote unquote marriage. Which, by the way, there's no such thing as gay marriage. It's just God has a term for the union between 2 men and 2 women, and he calls it an abomination. So there's only abominations, and that is an abomination. Absolutely disgusting. And a sane society would reject this, but we are not a sane society. We are not a sane society by any stretch of the imagination, because this is what they want. They want to pervert society, and they are quite literally going after our children, either through adoption or through targeting them through woke nonsense like this. This is a cartoon that I believe appeared on Netflix promoting transgenderism.
It's not the park. It's me. I'm trans, Norma. And everyone at school knows, and everyone at home knows. And being here, it's like a whole new place. I can just be Barney, and I can choose if and when I tell people. I've never been happier. And that's saying something when I spent today chased by terrifying zombie mascots. Pugsley reminded me how important it is to live your life without apology. So I think I gotta give living here a shot, don't you?
You don't need my permission. I just wouldn't want Courtney as a roommate.
We'll be the best of friends.
Figures there's a demon in that cartoon, because trans ideology is demonic to its core. Demonic. Straight from the pit of hell. And this is being promoted. So this is called Dead End Paranormal Park, a show on Netflix is pushing pro-transgender on children. This show's advertised for 7 years. My kid. They're trying to confuse a child my daughter's age with this crap. God, it just... I'm about to go on an unhinged rant. I really am. I gotta reel it in. I gotta reel it in, man. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. So I don't get angrier. I'm gonna read a pickaxe ad. That'll calm me down. All right. Oh, what? It's not letting me do the campaign. What? Hold on a second. Oh, I got a minute. I'll do a pickaxe ad in a minute. It said I could do it. All right, let's get back to this. Libs of TikTok, by the way, has been on fire with covering some of these cartoons. Here's another one. So Netflix stock sees largest weekly drop since April as X users have called on subscribers to cancel their subscriptions due to the company's pro-trans LGBTQ agenda to influence children. You know, I always believe, this is from KMD, I always believe that trans and gay people are pushing this as a way to make more of themselves. They can't reproduce the normal way, so they have to convince us that, yeah, no, that is exactly it. They need us to, they need to get the minds of our children because they can't have children of their own. And it's the only way to you know, they can indoctrinate and brainwash people easily. Because we're, you know, adults have thought and reason. So a lot of us can recognize that this is crazy. Children can't. Well, my children can, but a lot of children can't. And they prey on them. They prey on their goodwill that they can slit this in and try to normalize it for them.
When you're trying to decide, think about all the things you like to do. Just be you.
Just be me.
My name is Thomas. I use they and them for my pronouns. I'm the Ghost Club Artifact Specialist.
Reporting from the wedding of the year. Everyone's favorite karate instructor, Sensei Dave, will be marrying mixed martial arts champion Jiu-Jitsu Joe.
He's the undisputed champion of my heart.
But in this Sensei Dave's big day, he taught me how to really smash stuff. Oh, now let's get ready to romance.
Wow, I can't wait for my mom to feast her eyes on this.
I'm trans, Norma. And everyone at school knows, and everyone at home knows. And
I always saw this.
It's like
I'll let it play again.
place.
Hey, Portovello, thank you for tuning in, man. To the point. That's okay, man. You're forgiven.
Saying something when I spent today chased by terrifying zombie mascots. Pugsley reminded me how important it is to live your life without apology. So I think I gotta give living here a shot. Don't you?
You don't need my permission. I just wouldn't want Courtney as a roommate.
We'll be the best of friends.
The school totally customizes our rooms for us. So cozy. I'm Frankie. Pronouns they, them. I'm only 15 days old. Hi, Claudine. She, her. Nice to meet ya. My full name is Frankie Stein. I was just created by my parents, but not in the way that others are created by their parents like werewolves. I was actually made in a lab using some of the...
Nightshade's pronouns are they, them.
He or she just doesn't fit who I am. My apologies.
You're a freaking robot. What? Dream G them and brainwash them. We're living in a playground for demons. Yeah. Yes.
Please switch their piece.
God. They made... Look at what they did to Optimus. No, not Optimus, man.
Now, the plan.
wants. Like cotton candy clouds floating in a blue sky. Banafi will slide that runway. Banafi, tell us why you chose this delicious dress.
As a trans fairy, I love
A
living out
trans
loud as
fairy.
my most authentic self. And I wanted to dress as bold and unique as I am, which, let's face it, is a tall order.
Good Lord. God help us. So yeah, this is Netflix. These are some of the shows Netflix is promoting to your children. Yeah, probably do cancel Netflix, I would say. You know, if Cuties was enough for you, I hope this is. Because it's sick. It is sick, man. Just watching 90s cartoons, I'm thinking of watching Initial D again. Great cartoon about cars and Japanese drifting. That's cool, man. Yeah, honestly, most of the cartoons I let my kids watch now are 90s cartoons. Rugrats, fine with it. Little Bear, great cartoon. You know, the only modern one that's kind of okay is Bluey. But even in Bluey, there is one episode where they slip in like a character having dads or moms, two moms, one of them. They slip it in real quick. So even Bluey has a little something in it. Yeah, but most cartoons are just unwatchable. Another good one, if you have the Benki app, is Gus Plus Us. That's a real solid one. So I 10 out of 10 recommend that because it's pretty good. It's very good actually. And you want to know what else I recommend? Pickaxe. If you're done letting Pickaxe decide what you see, you need to check out Pickaxe. This is an anti-algorithm, anti-censorship platform built for creators. No algorithmically manipulated fields, no data harvesting, and zero tolerance for digital gatekeeping. Real voices are already building there. The Vigilant Fox, Children's Health Defense, Naomi Wolf, and Vandersteel, Shannon Joy, SGT Report, Red Pill 78, they're all on Pickaxe. You can write articles, auto-publish your Rumble videos, which are playable in the newsfeed, and soon you'll be able to blast out full email letters to your followers. Monetize how you want, paywalls, affiliate links, revenue sharing, it's all built in. Free verification with a blue check, referral perks, total control. If you're serious about declaring your independence from big tech and experience true freedom of speech and freedom of reach, this is the platform. Check out pickaxe.com and set up your account today. Seriously, if you haven't set up a Pickaxe account, I am trying to get some referrals on there. So I do have a little referral code in my description. If you make an account, definitely do that. Click my link and yeah, say I sent you. So that would be cool. Yeah, because I think I'm at like 10 referrals on that right now. And I do believe in the platform. They got some work to do, but I think the vision is good. What they have planned is good. You know, real verification, so the people that you're interacting with are real people. And I like their article feature. I can't share this clip enough about pharmaceuticals and infant toddlers. It plays. Let me see. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can clip that. Get that clip. Copy link. Address. Okay. Oh, this is from Midnight in the Mountains. Shrink that. All right.
We had almost 77 million Americans take at least one psychiatric drug. So listen to this. Antidepressants, 0 to 1 year olds. We have 7,811 0 to 1 year olds taking an antidepressant.
Why? Why would they be taking an antidepressant at that age?
Exactly. You can't even diagnose depression in a 0 to 1 year old. So 2 to 3 year olds, 12,137. 2 2 to 3 year olds on an antidepressant.
Jesus Christ.
ADHD drugs, 0 to 1 year olds, 310. How could a 0 to 1 year old have ADHD? Well, I'm confused. Anyway, well, I could go on and on with these numbers. They're staggering. This is staggering data.
Yeah, it's kind of insane. And hey, man, I don't have any problem, supporting other creators. That really solid clip, and I think it's important to talk about this type of stuff. Yeah, that's something that really. So one, I think ADHD for the most part is made up nonsense. Most young boys will be slapped with an ADHD diagnosis because they simply have this thing called energy. They're simply boys. And sitting in the classroom 8 hours a day is not conducive to how a boy is supposed to grow and develop. It's unnatural for them to be sitting down 8 hours a day. So yeah, it's not surprising when they have a lot of energy and they can't sit still and they fidget. I do that sitting 8 hours a day. I don't have ADHD. I'm just a man. And I have energy. That's normal. But they slap them with these diagnoses and they get them hooked on SSRIs and antidepressants, and they medicate them. It's sick, man. It really is insane. And so much of our population are on these psychiatric drugs, and it just has to stop. And two, this idea too, we can even go back to like transgenderism, because that's complete nonsense. Because they say it's in the brain. It's in the brain. Well, then why don't we do brain scans when we're diagnosing this? Why don't we do chemical testing? When they say there's a chemical deficiency, why not test the chemicals then? Why not do a chemical test? Why not test test to see what they're lacking? So stupid. Yeah, it's just dumb. So oh man, I'm not following you. I'm following you now, bro. I think. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I don't like that stuff, man. It really pisses me off. And I do think they just want to create a bunch of those Antifa people we were talking about. Zombies that follow the marching orders to sow chaos into society. I think that's what they want to create. And I think that is a very serious problem. Okay, I think that hold on a second. I got two more I'll play and then we'll wrap it up. So I did want to. So the solution to a lot of this stuff is to obviously don't let them bully you and call a spade, because I do think people are waking up. Yeah, they're creating the brain issue. You're absolutely right, Bartavello. But we can cure it. We can be the cure by standing boldly for what is true and pushing back against this. We cannot be afraid of the labels. We cannot be afraid of them smearing us. We have to stand steadfast in what we know to be true. I don't care if they call me a bigot. I don't care if they call me a racist. I don't care if they call me a transphobe, a homophobe. I don't care about any of that. What I care about is standing on the truth. That is the most important thing to me. And standing up for those who are unwilling to stand for themselves, and standing up for our children who are incapable of standing up for themselves. I will stand in the gap. I don't care. I will use my voice to speak out against this in every capacity possible. But there are some people waking up, and we do have this clip from Bill Maher that I wanted to play, because he's a leftist, but he's realizing that his party is insane.
They see gender as only a construct and sex is assigned at birth, and they say, we're not doing that. Transing kids by self-diagnosis with no age limit, no parental notification, and no acknowledgement of social contagion, not doing it.
Not doing it.
Asylum now covers any reason for anyone to come to America, not doing it. Homelessness is a lifestyle. Natural immunity doesn't count anymore. Whiteness is toxic. Penises in women's prisons. Welcoming the intifada. We're not doing it. And so, folks, If we are ever going to get back to the old America, that's got to be the Democrats' part of the bargain. Stop coming up with radically new and often terrible ideas, and then in the next breath, insist there be no debate about any of it. That if you don't see it right away and go along, you're bad, stupid, and deplorable. As if you were saying, duh, 2 + 2 = 5. Isn't that obvious? Yeah, it's obvious you can't add. You can't just say shit. Math is racist. Queers for Palestine. Looting is cool. Healthy at any weight? If the men's football team played the women's team, it would be a tie. You can't just say shit. I mean, you can, but it doesn't make it true because you're not Harry Potter. Smug self-righteousness in the defense of some of the dumbest ideas to ever come down the pike is not a formula that's really working for you.
Yeah. And people are awake, man. we're not doing it. We're not doing it anymore. We're done. We're done with the insanity. We're done with the stupid games. We're done playing pretend. We're not gonna do it anymore. I'm so sick of it. Anytime somebody even remotely entertains transgenderism, I'm like, oh, well, you're retarded. There's no reasoning with you. If you have suspended reality in that regard, you can't be reasoned with. You can't. You're beyond reason. Moving on. And this is what they want. They want us to go along with it. They just say stuff and expect us to, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, they, them, shut up. I'm not calling you they, them. I'm not playing your stupid games. And I'm going to call you out on your self-righteous bullcrap. And by the way, here's the definition of self-righteousness, all right? Self-righteousness is thinking you know better than God. It's thinking that you are more righteous than God, and discarding God's standard of righteousness. Well, I'm always going to stand on God's standard of righteousness. That is where I derive my morality from. That is how I discern what is good and what is evil. And when you support any of this crap, this racist crap, this transgender crap, this abominable polyamory, throuple sexual degeneracy, I'm going to oppose it because it's insane and it's evil. And I will say it's evil. When you and if it hurts your feelings that I say leftism is evil, well, too bad, it is evil. Leftism supports abortion. That's killing unborn babies in the womb. That's murder. They support transgenderism, which is altering God's design for humanity and mutilating your body so that you could masquerade as the opposite sex. And it often entails cross-dressing, which, oh, by the way, according to the Bible, that's evil. Homosexuality, evil according to the Bible, according to Scripture, according to the creator of the earth. That is evil. I don't feel bad about calling it evil because it is evil. I trust God knew what he was doing, and I trust that you're insane. So I'm going to stand on what God says. Open borders, allowing criminals to come in and pillage our nation and kill our people. That's evil. Letting violent criminals out on the streets to murder our citizens. That's evil. Not delivering justice. That's evil. Violently assassinating our conservative heroes. That's evil. Your party is completely evil. And I'm not going to pretend like it isn't. You know, and then when you talk about this, they try to gaslight you and make it seem like you're crazy for noticing. No, I'm not crazy for noticing that you people support flagrant evil. I'm not crazy for noticing that you people celebrate murder. I'm not crazy for noticing that you people advocate for lawlessness. No, I'm not. I have eyes. I have the Spirit of God in me. I have discernment. I know this book. And I know God. And I know that his standard is good. That he is righteous. And that if he says something is evil, if he says something is sinful, then it is. And I don't need to appeal to any other authority. This is the only authority I need. So we must oppose this stuff. We must stand up for what is right. And we must get familiar with the Word of God and spend time in Scripture daily. Because the world is evil. And we are the only light this world has right now. And we can't hide it. We can't hide it. We need to be ambassadors of the kingdom. We need to boldly proclaim the truth. We need to stand up for what is right when standing is the hardest. That is what we need to do. And it won't be easy. There will be screeching and gnashing of teeth. There will be violence toward us. But that doesn't negate our responsibility. So, seek God if you are not. Man, we have like 20 people watching right now. This is abnormal. I feel like I missed something. I really don't know what's happening right now, but I'm appreciative of it. Actually, like technically like 44. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. I am gonna get going because I want to spend some time with Wifey and kind of debrief the day. But I do appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow at 9. It's gonna be a chill stream tomorrow. I don't video games or writing. I don't know, something. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna be on here. But I do appreciate the follows and the support. All you guys in the chat. I mean, it's kind of crazy, but we're already crushing chat goal this month. I didn't even expect to get as many chats as I did already, but we're doing good. So we got 3 ads in. So sweet. I'm appreciative. So thank you for the support. If you haven't already, repost this video, like it, share it, do all that. That helps me get in their Rumble algorithm. And yeah, I hope you guys have a very blessed night. And if you ever need prayer requests, seriously, you know, I extend this out to the people that watch. If you need prayer for anything, you can message me and reach out to me, and I will pray for you. So even if you're my enemy, I'll pray for you. Because I do not believe anybody is irredeemable. Only the ones who actively reject the hand of the Savior. Because then they stand condemned already. There's nothing I can do about that. But I can try. And I can ask God to try to break through the hardness of their hearts, so that they have a genuine interaction with the Savior and know his love for them. Anyway, yeah, Bartavel, you have a good night too, man. Thank you for popping in. All right, have a blessed one, guy. Actually, let's wait. Let's hold the phone. Let's raid somebody out. Let's see who is on. I always forget to do that. I'm not forgetting tonight. I'm not forgetting tonight. Let's see who we're gonna raid. Okay. All right. Here we go. We are gonna raid out my boy, Resident of Kanto. Let's show him some love. He's a really great guy, my IRL friend. And just overall. Oop, let me mute that. /raid. Confirm. All right, let's turn up in his chat. His chizzy chat. All right, guys. You have yourself a good night. I will see you tomorrow. Deuces.